Hi, this is an installation guide for your composite fencing with existing concrete posts. So I'm gonna go through what's actually provided in one section of the post. So you'll get your WPC panels with that. You'll also get two concrete fence reducers, as you can see how they sit and the sections on them. You'll get two of them in the pack. Alongside that, you will get a bottom rail. As you can see, the bottom rail has a groove going upwards, that's the male section, and you'll also get a top rail with that as well, and that is the female version. As you can see, the groove goes inwards. Alongside that, you will also get a plastic pack with your two L brackets and some screws. So the first thing, part of it, you get your concrete fence reducers. So on this side, as you can see, the concrete post already has a groove ready made into it. So that's the H groove, and the concrete fence reducer sits inside. You do not need to drill it or glue it or put any adhesive on it. That will sit in place and will not move. And the same thing you do on the other side of the concrete post. You put your concrete reducer in, as you can see, it sits in place. You don't need to glue it, to nail it or anything. Once your concrete fence reducers are in place, you grab your bottom rail. As you can see, your bottom rail, the flat part goes at the bottom and the male slip goes the groove at the top. So as you can see, slot that into place. And this will, in theory, once I put the next panel on, this will hold the concrete fence reducers in place and they will not move. So once you've got your bottom rail in, you get one of your WPC panels. So on this section, as you can see, you've got the female version at the bottom and the male version at the top. So this sits on top of your bottom rail and you just slide it in. As you can see, it sits and there's no sort of exposure on there. Yeah, so once your first panel's in, then you're just repeating the same thing again. So again, you're getting your female version to sit on top of the male version of the grooves. So, and you're just stacking them on top. And you can see there's no gap in between, it sits perfectly inside. So once you got your composite fence panels in place, you get your final piece, which is your top rail. Your top rail has a female groove, which sits on top of the male groove. This will sit perfectly on top. So before you make it sit on top, you get your L bracket. You have two L's on there. You have a small section and a large section. Putting in your small section in the L bracket is incorrect. So do not put in that section, that's incorrect. Putting in your large section on your L bracket slides right into the groove, which is the correct way of doing it. Once that's done, leave a space and then that sits right on top of your concrete reducer, as you can see, and you repeat that on the other side. Once you've got your top rail on with your L bracket sitting on top of your concrete reducer, as you can see, the hole already is on your L bracket. So you're making no incision, you're putting your screw into that hole and drilling it in, as I'll show you now. And that's in place and secure, and you repeat that same thing on the other side of the fence. Yeah, as I've secured the other side as well, the L bracket to the concrete reducer all screwed in and secure, as you can see, all done and dusted. So that is already done. The more fence panel sections you do, the easier it gets, the quicker it gets. And the final piece, if you've got like a damp cloth or a tissue, all you have to do is wipe it down so you get rid of all this dust, and that's it, all done and it's ready.